Entrepreneurs, I understand the thought process. I understand that you've been to seminars, you've heard people talk about it, you've talked about it in the barber shop, in the beauty shop, and you've talked about how you can write things off. You've talked about how you can do your business, and once you get the business going, well, actually, they don't say that part. They just tell you, hey, you can do write offs and you can go do things and your business will pay for it. And how you can use education and then you can write it off with your business. And so you can keep going to school and you can keep furthering your education. Or you can buy your clothes and your clothes can be written off as a uniform expense. Um, the way that you can write your utilities off. I understand all of those things, and none of those things are wrong. But before you start dealing and talking about write offs, you first have to make a profit. You first have to have something to write off. You have to be in a situation where you need a write off. One of the things about entrepreneurship and all the information that is out here is that you have to take the information for what it's worth and fit that information into who you are and where you are. Not all information benefits you at the same time. And a lot of times when I'm dealing with entrepreneurs and I do not co sign the write offs or I do not immediately go to that, a lot of them start to say, hey, they kind of question and they wonder because I start off with a profit. You can go to seminars and there's nothing wrong with that, but you need to always survey the room. Look around, see who's around, see if you have anything in common with them. Evaluate to whether or not you're in the same tax bracket. Now, there's nothing wrong with getting and going to the next level and being in a tax bracket that, being in the room of a tax bracket you have not ascended to at that time. The thing is understanding the information and knowing what to use now and what to file for later. Knowing all the different deductions and the things you can do is great. And really, what you want to do and what you will learn as an entrepreneur and as a business owner is that it's not that you know it all, but that you hire someone who does. Because the more your business grows, the more things that support functions you're not going to be able to do because you're the face of the company. So your role will change. And it's good to know, like I said, a few things, but it's not your job to know all of those things. It's not your job to know the write-offs. You want to know enough to where you can hire someone and you can go over it, and when they speak to you, they should be able to tell you and break it down to you on your level. And if they're not willing to do that, then they're probably not the right person for you. No, I'm sure they're not the right person for you. As your bookkeeper, your tax preparer, your accounting office, for your business, it is our job to make sure you understand everything about your business on the level that you speak and do it all without making you look bad or feel bad. So I understand the thought process, but I want you to understand that knowing all of those little bitty things and not having a little knowledge about what you can write off and what you can do, that's good in its place. But you have to know where you are. You have to understand what level you're on and when you can use it. It does no good to write everything off when you don't have a business that's already making money, when you have not set up your business in the right format so that it makes sense for you. And what I mean by that, go check out the 7 degrees of separation that a business must have. That's a video I cannot push and promote enough. You need to go check it out. Every tax year, I run into people who come into a dilemma. They're putting their business on their personal return. They're keeping everything together. Some of them even pay for these virtual offices, but you still have everything on the same tax return. For business purposes, for auditing purposes, for working capital, for business loans, small business loans, for banking loans, they're going to look at the way you are set up. They are going to look at how much money you make. And if you're writing everything off and not showing a profit, then guess what? They can't afford to loan you money. when it comes to obtaining a loan, it's better to owe the IRS than it is to not have a profit, because that means your business is not making any money. And if your business is not making any money and you're writing everything off, then how are you going to pay back a loan? All the numbers have to make sense, and you have to understand everything that you're doing. That's why I always say there is levels to business, there are levels to your understanding, there are levels to your money, and there are levels to the knowledge that you have and how to use it and where to use it. And one of the biggest things that you have to know is when to use what. And that's what a great business coach will do. Like me, I'm going to make sure that we take you from level to level. We're going to start where you are. We're going to get all of the knowledge and all of the things we can gather at the point where you are. And then we're going to take it to the next level, one step at a time. There's going to be challenges. There are going to be times when you're not happy. But in the end, you'll watch yourself grow and that business will take off. And the things that you used to do, the things that, the paperwork and the things you used to try to do, you'll realize that you don't need to do them anymore. Because not only will it be organized, not only will it be correct, but we'll go over the numbers so you'll understand what to expect and what's your next move and what's good for you. And you will find yourself more confident when you're out in public, because now you understand and you know for a fact that your business is being handled, and you're not going all year guessing, hoping, and spending everything that you have. You want to make sure that you do this thing and you do it right. And having a little knowledge and trying to apply knowledge, the blanket amount, trying to apply little knowledge to a blanket business across the board without even assessing your value and where you are is not the way to go. It's been your girl, the Queen Bee, because I want to see you do business better so that you can win. Bye-bye.